Hello and happy Tuesday, which is, of course, my book reviews day. And today I want to talk to you about Servant Mage by Kate Elliott. It's a very small, almost like a novella. It's a little over 150 pages. Small little novella from Tor and TorDotCom, featuring this wonderful artwork from Tommy Arnold. I didn't even realize it was Tommy Arnold until I saw the shout out for him in the acknowledgments. Tommy Arnold's done a lot of great artwork, including the Locked Tomb series, Gideon the Ninth, Known in the Ninth, Harrow the Ninth, the Red Rising covers for Subterranean Press, the Murderbot covers for Subterranean Press. Anyways, a nice little dragon on the cover. We'll say no big old dragons like this in the novel itself. There's a little baby dragon. Do your best Joey Wheeler impression, a little baby dragon. But anyways, small little tome here. This, like I said, is just the regular trade edition. I purchased it the signed page, which they are all out of now. So it is signed by Kate Elliott, which is fantastic. And this is actually the first title I've ever read by Kate Elliott, although she has quite a good number of titles to her name. And yeah, she likes numbers, I guess, because she's got the Court of Fives trilogy here. Servant Mage deals with various practical magics, not the Alice Hoffman novel. The magics like fire magic, water magic that are used practically. And when 5 mages of all the different types are brought together, they're called a 5-arrow quiver. And her new title is called The Keeper's 6. Anyways, my first title I've ever read by Kate Elliott, and it's not going to be my last because her world building is fantastic. Which is also one of the cons for this short little novella, is that it's too damn short. You build this incredible world, Kate, and then it's over with. And you're like, what the hell? Come on. This could have, it's a very good novella, and it's a very good sampler for if you're not familiar with Kate Elliott, or if you want just a little bit of Kate Elliott. It's an excellent world-building tale about, from the point of view of Felion, who is a servant mage, a fire mage, who is kind of working in indentured servitude. So the kingdom, the world that she creates here, is one that used to be a monarchy. But the monarchy was overthrown, and now it's more of a kind of a dystopian, totalitarian sort of regime where those with magic are kind of beaten down. They're kind of enslaved, indentured servitude, as I mentioned earlier. So there are 5 different types of magic in the world. Your fire magic, your earth magic, your water magic, your air magic, and ether magic, which is like the ability to, travel between realms and sense other magics. But anyways, magic is not necessarily outlawed, but it is looked down upon. And those who do have magical abilities aren't really taught how to use their magical abilities. So the main character here is Felion. She's a young fire mage who is the titular servant mage, where by days she's cleaning a inn and a bar, and by nights she's working as a lamplighter. Like she's literally creating lamps, which in this world are self-contained balls of light, and she's responsible for lighting the city. Like I said, very practical magic. The water mages are there to make sure water is safe for drinking. And air mages are good at making things transport from one spot to another. And ether mages are there to sense other mages. But anyways, her parents were murdered, were assassinated. Actually, not assassinated. That's not probably not the right word. They were executed. Her parents were executed for being traitors to the government. And so she is living in indentured servitude. And she is brought out of that indentured servitude. She's busted out of there by a ragtag group of, a 4-arrow quiver. She is the fire mage that makes it a 5-arrow quiver. So you got all the different mages of various types all going together, and they need her on a job, the job being to save some rebels who are trapped in a mine. These are monarchists. They're ones that want to bring the monarchy back. And she knows that she'll be executed if she gets caught with the monarchists. But they offer her the chance for freedom, so she'll take it. And, things divert suddenly when an earthquake occurs, which completely totals the city and brings symbolic of a 5-souled baby being born, a child who has all 5 abilities, or a 5-souled dragon. I should also mention that this town, this world, not town, this world sees magic as being like a demon living in your soul. But anyways, this baby's got 5 demons living in its soul, and it is possibly the key to a future monarchy, because the previous monarchs were these 5-souled dragons, hence a little baby dragon. And anyways, so this 5-arrow quiver decides that they are going to go and save this baby, because they know if the baby falls into the hands of the protector, the Augustus protector, or is it August protector? It might have been August protector. If it falls into the hands of this protector, they know this baby's going to get killed. And that probably seems like a lot of story in 150 pages, and it is, but it moves very quickly. Like, you go from one to the next, and it's this wonderful world, and the world is definitely the strongest part of Servant Mage here. Kate Elliott apparently really knows her world building. I want to spend more time in the world. Why, Kate, is it just a short novella? But yeah, it was a fun read. It was a very good read. I will say the ending was a bit disappointing. One, because it just happened so suddenly, because it's 150 pages. I'm not going to spoil the ending, but I mean, it leaves it open for her to come back for a sequel. It's, it kind of ends exactly as you would expect it to end. Unfortunately, it is kind of abrupt, but you want to follow Felion with her future journeys. You really want to stick with her. It's well-written characters. I mean, you don't really get to know too much of all of the characters. I mean, there's the 5-quiver arrow, which includes Felion, but Felion is kind of out for herself. She's a very believable character in this, what would otherwise, I guess, could almost be a young adult world, because it almost has that like young adult of like sticking it up to the government kind of feel to it, but it's not necessarily a young adult novel or novella. But Felion is a very well-written character. You get to learn a little bit more, just a smidge, because 150 pages of everyone else in her group. And yeah, like I said, it leaves you wanting more, which can be a good thing, can be a bad thing. I think it's in part due to the short page count, but I wouldn't have minded another 100 pages to flesh out more of this world, even though the world had plenty to be there. It was very intriguing. It was so intriguing that I actually went out and I ordered a copy of Kate Elliott's new book, The Keeper 6, which, like I said, I love the numbers, 5-arrow quiver, the 5 in that other trilogy, the 6 here for the Keepers. I ordered that through the signed page. So the signed page did have copies of Servant Mage. It is now sold out. This was, like I said, a dinged copy, although it seems to be in pretty pristine condition, other than me having read it once. The signed page does carry copies of The Keeper 6, and I'm gonna get a copy that's hopefully personalized from Kate Elliott. There's a spot for personalization, so hopefully I'm not too late, because I know she's probably in the process of signing it now. But anyways, the signed page is a great site to get signed science fiction and fantasy books, all types of books. They have some horror novels in there as well, and just some regular fiction, but primarily science fiction and fantasy. You get a lot of signed first editions, or when they are the bookstores of cons, like the Emerald City Comic Con, you get like trade editions as well. So I've purchased some signed Terry Brooks through there. They have some Josh Mallerman. You can get some Jeff Vandermeer, or you can get some Kate Elliott. Anyways, that's just really a plug for the signed page run by Sean Speakman, who's also the same guy that runs Grim Oak Press, which does their own special editions. I don't know, maybe we'll see some special editions from Kate Elliott down the road. Who knows? But at least until then, you can get some signed editions through the signed page. But seriously, check out Servant Mage if you're looking for some wonderful world building in an otherwise very small, very slim, very quick read. Big thanks to Signed Page for the wonderful copy. A shout out to Kate Elliott for just absolutely sucking me into this world. And damn it, Kate, I want more of this world. So anyways, thank you guys very much for watching. Please consider liking and subscribing, and we'll see you around next time.